It's a Tim stream. It's a Tim stream.
I can hear you. Can they hear us?
Oh, the purple.
There, now they can hear me.
So
there we
many
go. Yay,
Hi.
it works. Hello. Hello, and welcome to Star Trek Lost Voyages. I'm the GM, Tim, and with me is my illustrious crew back for Season 2. Woo, it's Season 2. How exciting. So
No
we're
excitement shall be
gonna...
had here.
no, all the excitement.
I think how many season 2s we've done.
Well, season 2.
We've done... Wow. Gee, I'm so glad you're joining us, Stefan.
It's like everything on the ship, just it's all named 2, even though if there's only 1 or if there's 15.
And with that, we'll introduce Stefan. Stefan, you are playing Lieutenant Tsleil-Waututh, yes? Vulcan science officer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Lieutenant Tsleil-Waututh, science officer who constantly puts up with the rest of the crew.
Is that what it is? Constantly puts up with?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Gurkhan putting batless around my station in places that I don't want them to, rewiring my sensor consoles.
And what has Sofek been up to for the last few months? I mean, I did tell. This was the one thing I said to have ready.
You could have told me this to have this ready a week ago, and I would still have the same answer. It's hot today. Be quiet.
He didn't do homework in school.
He's Vulcan. I didn't go to school. He's
I
Vulcan's, so he's probably been. I'll say he's been attempting to do more and more meditation to combat the Borg nanites that he feels are still messing with his logic equilibrium.
And they may be, yeah, that's fair. Okay. And then we got Leah playing Commander Yezikov, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what has you been doing?
I have Yezikov after the events of last season, where we dealt very closely with, and I still don't have it, Star Trek CIA. Section
just Starfleet Intelligence. Just leave it at Starfleet Intelligence. Yeah.
Starfleet Intelligence.
Yeah.
Has been reconnecting with a lot of her old connections and security.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Trying not like digging, but like just seeing what's up, what's happening with them, like
staying more in touch than you were last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and if there's any like larger Charlie Day Always Sunny in Philadelphia connections.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just brushing up on our contacts, making sure everybody's still alive and in the positions that they were, and security things.
Yeah, that's good. I dig it. Okay. And then we got Gurkhan, played by Gopal. Hello, sir.
Hello.
And you are Lieutenant Commander of and Chief Engineer, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh yeah. I'm already doing it. Yezikov, you're XO, yes?
I am. I'm first officer and commander.
Nice. Okay.
And Sofek is Chief of Science.
Yeah, and then we got Gurkhan is Chief Engineer, Lieutenant Commander. What have you been doing for the last few months?
He actually took a vacation.
Oh.
He went back to Earth to visit his wife.
Oh yeah, how is she doing?
And she's fine. He came back with a new holo program which teaches unarmed combat that's been making the rounds on the ship.
Oh god.
She wrote. She also spoke at a conference about the difficulties of maintaining cloak while at warp, and how the Klingons did that, because the Sao Paulo program's beginning at this point, right?
Yeah, we've been getting pretty close. Yeah, it's already. Wait, which one's the Sao Paulo program? The Defiant?
Apollo's the one they make the Defiant mass produced.
Oh, yeah, likely. Like we're 2374-ish, 2375, somewhere in there.
So he talked about that at length because he knows a lot about Klingon cloaking.
Nice.
Because the Sao Paulo is based off Klingon cloaking.
Yeah.
With the
Okay.
Klingon cloaking device. And he's like, yeah, no, you guys got it all wrong. You got way too much power going to your ship. Way too much power.
And then
That's
we
rare.
and
For
And
the
then-
Federation, though.
and then we got Captain Zanny, Captain Denvin Zanny, our captain. I want to say fearless, but
He's not fearless, but he definitely is cunning.
he is cunning. And what has the captain been doing for the last 3 months?
Well, he actually returned to Earth with Gurkhan there, but didn't spend any time with him.
Nice.
He visited a couple of the crew. We lost a few crew people, so he started off by doing that nice tour.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Of delivering the news, or at least, giving his condolences, and then he spent the next little while in upping his command and training course because
Cool.
he realized that his crew is just not. They get lucky a lot, and he'd like to change a little bit of that.
All right.
So,
I dig that.
That's what he did.
You guys are back on the Haida, and you've been sent out back to a system you've been to before. It's called J05 plus 833. It's got the big Jovian gas giant that's like 6 times the mass of Jupiter and twice the size, and it has that really big long cylinder planet killer style material with the huge long windmill spindles and these big ram scoops. And the ram scoops have enough size in them to fit 2 Constellation class starships, and it's just swooping down. You can drop out of warp just at the edge of the system, and you can already kind of make out this cylinder flashing in the sun on the sort of the against the dark sort of gases of this giant. The system has no moons. It's got just the 6 planets. All the rest are rocky or barren, and then there's just this big ass gas giant and you can see it already. You can just see the, and you can almost hear it. I mean, it's Star Trek, so they totally would make the noise, but you can see the ram scoops just rip right into the. You can see the kind of the swirls of the gas, and then you see on the other end where they come up. It's almost like burnt, like it's just the friction from the gases is scoring the outside, and you can see the irradiation fins glowing yellow, and you see another, and there's 4 of them. They call kind of like very, it's very uniform. You can see the station constantly kind of like adjusting so that it can constantly keep it going in, and as you get a call, as you enter the system, Captain Patricia Casalia. She's heading the engineer and sciences, the factions that have been sent by Starfleet to come in to investigate everything you guys had discovered last season. And she says, "Oh, you are a sight for sore eyes, Haida. We're pretty sure we've been under attack."
I look over at Jessica and go, I'm pretty sure Bevan has already said that to us before. We're usually not welcome. Anyway, sorry, yeah. What's going on? Please brief us.
And that's where we're going to go to our intro. All right, so in the conference room, and Captain Patricia Corselia is there. She looks over at Gopal, and she just gets a big smile on her face. Or Gurkhan, sorry, and just gets a big smile on her face.
I massage one of my biceps. And
Kapla, my friend! In front of you guys, you see just this, like, not petite, but she's definitely from, somewhere in the Middle East part of the world, of Earth. And she very much looks like she's like, you're kind of like looking at her, and she's not ripped. And so the fact that she has beaten Gurkhan is kind of probably a little bit like, what the hell? And she kind of like sits down right in front of me, and she sits down, and she's ready for another one. And then she kind of like realizes where she's like, later. Going down again, Gurkhan.
I already have my like communicator out ready to like film it.
Aiming the badge.
yeah, the Star Trek equivalent of a cell phone.
I put the piece of latinum that I was going to hand to Jessica away because I'm betting on Gurkhan because it's 20-1.
Yeah.
And if I win.
So she just kind of like checks herself and corrects herself, and kind of like a quick pulls the Picard maneuver with her shirt. There's the nice tight pull down, and just launches in, and she kind of flips up on the screen, and she says, the SCE was able to reactivate the Dipper. And she kind of points to the big thing. About 8 months ago, we had to replace all the deuterium intakes, ram scoop, fusion impulse racks. Everything had just kind of recrystallized and clogged with dilithium. It's been working fairly well lately, I mean, it wasn't that hard to actually translate some of it, because it looks like some of the root words were Klingon, and you guys said you think it was Herc? I mean, we haven't seen anything. It's just been translating and working so far. No one's come back. She kind of like holds up her fingers, like fingers crossed, right?
If memory serves, when we were there, we did find some ancient DNA that we suspected was Herc.
Fair enough.
We also did get chased out by bugs.
By a Herc.
Yeah.
Yep. I had to leave the phaser back to blow up.
I throw a pad at him, be like, that's classified.
She says, the problem began about 2 months ago. The Big Dipper started scooping through the atmosphere. Worked for a little bit. Dilithium concentrations in the atmosphere peak at around 50 degrees latitude north and south, and we kind of headed down there, and when we pulled it up, there was like problems were like minor, expected energy anomalies and such, but then the power started surging and causing shutdowns. And then lately it's been getting a little bit more extreme. One of the ram scoops shut down entirely, and one of the engineering teams found evidence of what we told you earlier, radiation that kind of leans towards photon torpedoes. Sensors haven't indicated an attack, just regular operations. But now the damage has been increasing, and each of the ram scoops are now pockmarked with scars. The people on there's a team of investigators on the USS Bunker Hill, which is an Oberth class, and it's there, but I mean it's limited in its capabilities, and they haven't been able to. The closest thing they can theorize is like covert, like Romulan attack. I mean, you guys have pointed out that you've had Romulan issues, so we're wondering if maybe that's the problem.
Has there been any communications incoming, outgoing, subspace, otherwise? Anything that could be misidentified as a communication, maybe from that radiation?
No, I mean, we haven't had we haven't had much. You could send someone to check the sensor logs if you want, Sam.
Sofik, you want to do that? Do a little deep dive?
I'll begin analysis of the logs immediately, Captain.
So is there anything else you want done in the meeting, or do you want to wait and reconvene, or?
Well, I also want to take a look at those pot marks. Did you take any readings of them? Any?
I mean, we have.
Your
but
analysis.
Our analysis is what we shared with you, right? Yeah. No, that's it.
Okay.
If you want to take a look, you're welcome to head out, but you have to take a shuttle. Like as you may recall, you can't beam on to the ship down to the station. You have to go site to site. We've got transporter pad working there now, but there's no transporter out in the
space.
Yeah.
Jessica, you know weapons. Go figure. Maybe you should go take a look. Gurkhan could be useful in that endeavor too.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
We will assemble a away team.
All right. So Sofek, you're gonna go and check out the logs, and Yezikov and Gurkhan, you're going to do the away team out to the ram scoops.
Mm-hmm. I want to look at the one that's damaged with Yasikov and the one that's completely shut down.
The one that's shut down is the same one that's majorly damaged, and that's the one that's the one that's out of the atmosphere right now. So you'd have the best bet checking that one out.
Perfect. 2 in 1 stone. What?
Pretty much, yeah. Sam, do you want to send a character out?
Well, the captain's going to have a nice little afternoon lunch with Captain Asalia, I think it is.
Corsalia, yeah.
Corsalia.
Corsalia. So Captain Patricia Corsalia. So she's an engineer by trade. She's kind of like an engineer version of Janeway. So you know how Janeway was science command. This one was engineer command.
Fair enough. Well, while he's doing that and waiting for reports, they'll do that little Picard sometimes did it, where he has like a little philosophical debate with another captain over whatever, and just okay. But Larkin's ops, he can go with Yasikov and Gurkhan.
I mean, it starts out being discussed as if it's like philosophical, but really what it is it's Patricia telling all the dirt on Gurkhan that she knows.
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sofek, let's get a presence and command roll as you do some investigation and talk to some of the SCE staff. Starfleet Corps of Engineering. That's
Okay.
SCE.
Okay. I guess before I start rolling dice, do we have determination at all?
Yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. See, it has been a long time. All right, so you got Prime Directive, of course, and you've got Defend the Skyhook and the scientific economical wonders it can provide the Federation.
That's a long determination. Defend the boat.
Defend the Skyhook. Yeah.
Skyhook.
And then, of course, Prime Directive.
What now?
Exactly.
Excuse me, what's it?
Gesundheit, yeah.
Okay. 1.
All right. So that is a success, and you were able to see that according to the sensor logs that you go through.
I thought I was talking to people.
Oh, yeah, you're talking to people and interviewing. It's both. So it's
Sensor logs are people to Sofek.
So the captain, Captain Haft is a Tellarite of the Bunker Hill, and great, a Vulcan. What do you want? Let me guess. Wait, let me guess. You're here to tell me that there's something wrong with my sensors, right?
Not at all, Captain. I've come to inspect the logs that have been reported on your sensors to see if they can shed any light to the mystery.
We were attacked. Light shed. Ta-da!
So you have the composition of the weapons used in the attack. You have the attack vectors that were used.
No, we got the holes in the thing.
Fascinating. However, my captain will undoubtedly need more evidence, as he is a stickler for that. Sofek's doing the Vulcan equivalent of cross fingers behind his back because he knows he's bullshitting. Captain's not going to read jack shit in my report.
You're surprised the Cap knows how to read sometimes.
We didn't. I can't keep doing that voice. I'm sorry. So they didn't. There were no other vessels in the system during the times that are referenced. So they're concerned that it's probably a cloaked ship.
But no, is there any in the sensor logs? Is there any evidence of like increased tachyon emissions or anything that would be generally known? Like, we can't detect cloak ships, but we kind of know that there is a little bit of a trace.
No, but why don't you do a insight science or a reason science to see if you can dig deeper using both logs now? Both logs being the log from the Bunker Hill and the log from the station itself that they've managed to start collecting.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I have a focus in sensors.
Of course you do.
So 4.
So 4. Okay, so with that 4, you can put 3 into your momentum.
Oops, that's threat. All right, there we go.
3 into your momentum.
Kill us.
So the Bunker Hill had been patrolling the inner systems for about 11 days. It's detected no vessels, no radiation, no tachyons, nothing that would suggest a cloaked ship. But it's also like, it's kind of like one of those simplest explanation moments, right? Where it might not actually be true. The closest non-Starfleet vessel near the system at the time of the alleged attack was a bulk freighter out of Akamar that didn't approach any closer than 5.3 parsecs. 5.3 lots.
Sorry, Star Wars joke. Wrong channel.
Okay. I only just
was it doing
got
a Kessel
now.
run?
It was doing the Kessel run or the Esselek.
Kessel backwards?
Yeah. That's the only thing I could come up with. Shut up, man. All right, do you want to spend momentum? Or use your free question crap?
Yes.
Shit and show on the road. That's what Sims do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so closest ship is. Was there anything unusual recorded with the gas giant?
Yes. So at the as you're able to coordinate between your using the sort of what you've detected. Every time the dipper is at its deepest in the atmosphere, there's small gravitational fluctuations in space-time that ripple out from the tethers.
Ripple out from the tethers coming out of the gas giant, or
Correct.
going in and coming out? Okay. I guess my second question.
Mm-hmm.
So there's multiple scoops, and it's just one has gotten so damaged that it's offline.
Yeah.
But is going off the sensor logs? Is there sensor logs from multiple of the scoops going in, and does it happen each time, or is it waiting for this particular one?
It looks like it's happening each time. This is the one that got hurt the most. Do you want to spend another momentum? Get more information? Tim's been reading the rules.
I think I'm good. I can't think of anything else that would be worth the momentum to ask.
Why don't you give me an insight science check?
Insight science.
Mm-hmm. Difficulty is 2.
Okay.
2 unless I have any.
This is not a sensors.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have any. I have focuses in computers.
No, this is more like research.
Okay. Yeah, no, not unless it's anything to do with recognizing a starship.
Okay, so with this, you're concluding that the increased strain on gravitation systems, maintaining the integrity of the tethers, should be accounted for. There shouldn't be any ripples in space-time generated unless something was interfering with the tether directly or causing significant amount of damage to the ram scoops.
It's most likely an outside force.
Yep.
Or
go with that.
I guess for all things, it could also be misalignment on the systems.
All systems show green.
Yes, show
unless the team, the away team, can find something else. The one more thing that I will give you because you've rolled so well is no, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. So, switching scenes. Ram scoop exterior. You're in a shuttle. You're gonna have to EVA. If you're going to go out onto it, but the shuttle itself is just dwarfed by this ram scoop. Like, they're just huge things, right? It comes swooping up, and it's nice and slow, and it's you can see it's ejecting its kind of like refined materials into where it needs to be, and the personnel on the hub warn you that there's some as it kind of like comes up, it ejects kind of like any residue at high speeds, and as they kind of like give you that warning over the radio, your pilot kind of like does one of those from like kind of like the one day we're all gonna like, I'm gonna make lights that I can tap you guys with so we can like shimmy left and right.
I'm terrible with my left and right, so I will constantly be like doing the opposite.
That's
way
okay. So we're half of the crew.
Yeah, just real TOS vibes.
It took them all multiple seasons before they started to figure it out.
Yeah.
Who's left? Your left? My left?
Yeah.
We're both facing the same way, Jim.
Pressure from the back. What's a left?
Okay, so as you get out there, so you can get to the ram scoop, and it's just sooty black from repeated passage through the planet's atmosphere. And you can see areas near the aft of it that are behind the kind of like the behind the where it like takes, you know, there's like protuberances. You can see where it like looks like it was at one point maybe like a gold or a brass actual like covering, and you can see the cooling fins are like bright yellow, and you see like this huge like just radiation of EM coming off of them.
Larkin, Mr. Richard Larkin, will have his tricorder out.
Nice.
Like, that's pretty. What's this do?
Has Larkin been on like
an away mission ever?
An away mission with me before?
I don't think
Do we
he
let
has.
our other
Is he
officers
new?
out like at all?
He's new, right?
He's basically he's new to you. He's operations on the ship.
So it's like,
is he a new transfer in, or is he always there? Like, does he just know all this stuff?
He's always been there. He's always been there, but he's professional Starfleet. That's his background. Yeah. So he's all just been like ignoring everybody else. So it's just like does his
when he
job.
takes his like tricorder out, it's gonna be like a Dwight and Angela moment where I look down, I'm like, ah.
Yeah. We're a serious Star Trek game.
Carry on. Yes.
He looks ours like, are you all right, Commander?
Yes, I just didn't notice you down there. Please continue. Do whatever you're doing.
Okay, can Larkin give me a reason in science?
Yes, you can. He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, he is.
3.
Okay, so Larkin is able to tell that the system, the ram scoop, is now in low power mode, waiting for its next dip into the atmosphere, and they've stopped the ram scoop so that you can actually do that. Some of the things that he noticed is and burn one of your momentum for this, because I'm just going to give you the information rather than waiting for you to ask, just for speed factor. There are high levels of infrared and X-ray radiation on the far side of the ram scoop, which is unusual. To investigate, you'll need somebody to make a flying approach, and I'm betting Yazikov or Gurkhan is probably piloting at the point.
I do have a decent piloting score.
Great. So can I get a control and con, as you have to pilot and approach safely?
Sure. And I haven't reset my character sheet since last time, so task roll should be at 2. Right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And complication range should be at 1.
And focus used no, unless you have a focus in flying.
Unless you have a focus in flying, yeah.
Not really. Shipboard tactical systems?
That's more combat.
So Tim is going to spend a threat, because that's a new thing that Tim's forgot to do lots of last time.
How much momentum do we have?
Because you got 5 at the moment. Tim's going to spend a threat because of all the stuff in the space.
Cool. Yeah. I'm going to use momentum to buy another dice.
Yeah. All right.
Is Larkin's on the ram scoop, right? He's like attached to it.
Yeah.
He's got his mag boots. He's just like.
Oh no! You guys are on your ship. You're on your ship.
Oh, we're back on the ship.
Yeah, we're not.
You're on your
not
shuttle still.
Yet.
You haven't gone on to yet. So I want you to increase the task roll to 3, if you don't mind, please. Right.
The
that's
task
right.
roll?
Isn't that's your dice. Never mind.
3 if I
Shh.
Okay.
Tim's forgotten how to do this too. Okay. So.
All right, we'll figure it out together.
Yeah.
Do you not have like complication range or anything? Challenge dice?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Let's do it. Ooh, all right.
Did it work?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't make the clickety clack noise.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That's okay though. It might be turned off. We'll figure it out after.
Easy.
So you do actually get there. No problem at all. A couple of close calls. Zanny didn't notice, so it all is good.
Sarah's on the bridge, just like.
She's shaking her head. Back in what was it, seven rear? He's talking to Gavin. He's like, "I sent somebody piloting stupid."
No, I just.
Anyways, what did Gurkhan do with the target? And it flashes away.
I see Sarah on the bridge watching the little dots on the screen, like, oh.
She's always calm, so she's just like, there's just like a little eyebrow raise when she's close. Getting the tractor beam ready.
She pulls up the notepad, writes down something, puts it back.
Okay, so on the other side, you can see that there are 2 types of vents. One seems to be part of a set of refineries and things to purify any radioactive material. Others are waste vents for the fission reactors that are part of the hold machines. Right. It looks like so the ram scoop is making a whole bunch of different types of isotopes and radioactive elements. Gurkhan, and would you like to make a science or insight engineering? And Larkin, would you like to make a reason or insight engineering? And Larkin, a reason or insight science.
Reason science it is.
Reason engineering.
Boom! Hit you with the two.
What am I searching at? Looking at power, like the power plant vent.
Yeah, you guys are looking at the backside of the ram scoop, so you're looking at all the information.
Okay. So no focus that.
Look, Scooby.
No focus.
I'm gonna use the momentum.
Sure. How many did you get, Larkin?
2.
I got 3.
Okay, so Larkin, there's a few sources of EM interference coming from the ram scoop. One looks like it's a faulty containment vessel in one of the many fusion reactors for the impulse drive near the end of the ram scoop, because it's like propelled in, right?
Right.
Another major source is a large blast crater on the leading dorsal section where hard radiation is still emanating. You can actually see the shiny and almost polished hull from where the patina has been blasted away.
So sorry, it was the crater on the dorsal section, and then the
one of the engines.
The
containment field on the fusion reactor is not doing well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you can spend momentum if you want, but I'm going to go to Gurkhan. I'll let you try and figure out what you want to ask when you spend your momentum, or figure out. Gurkhan, those fins, those cooling fins, they extend outwards from the main body of the ram scoop after it's left the atmosphere. They radiate the excess heat away from the ram scoop. They're currently glowing a deep orange and are composed of an alloy of tungsten and rhenium. And they're built to... they're layered with magnetic conduit that channels plasma from the structure into the fins. So it's literally designed to utilize and radiate the heat like a Stegosaurus's back.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And they seem to be functioning, obviously, because
they seem to be functioning all right. Yeah.
Okay.
But damage one of those, and you'd be in serious trouble.
Mm-hmm. And these are on the side that we're looking at, on the side that scoops into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
There's a giant crater in there. Huh.
Larkin?
Yeah, for the engine, the containment reactor, does that look like something that we could actually repair if Gurkhan got down there? Or can I tell, would we have the things to fix it?
I mean, yeah, even the SCET would have team to, they'd be able to fix that. So that could account for some of the radiation that you've noticed, but not all of it. That crater seems to be the mystery.
We don't know how to crater.
You want to
Can
spend
we do
momentum?
a scan for weapon residue?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to go with what types of radiation are there? Are there any that would be emitted from a weapon shot?
We could easily tie those together. Yeah. So spend a momentum for me.
Will do.
So the blast pattern and the radioactive decay show that it's a combination fission-fusion device with a project yield of 600 megatons. So that's matched by 23rd century photon torpedoes.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't did we know what Sofek found out about the time displacement?
You guys don't know about Sofek yet. But judging by the decay, this happened inside the atmosphere.
That's so familiar. Yes.
Did we confirm that this planet was uninhabited when we left?
It's a gas giant, right? Yeah.
That does not mean it is uninhabited.
There's no Herc, right? In the gas giant.
Could we be causing irreparable damage to some sort of gas giant dwelling species, Commander?
You mean sort of like how you guys almost killed a sentient planet?
Almost.
Did Larkin just say that to the command staff?
Larkin, I got a job for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be scrubbing out
Yes,
that
Lieutenant.
crater. I got a broom and a mop.
Wait, what is he? Is he a lieutenant?
An ensign.
No, he's a lieutenant.
Oh, lieutenant.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lieutenant Larkin. That will be all.
You are dismissed from the
I
ship.
just
You're
like
still
to-
here.
I believe it was not inhibited when we left. However,
That's correct. Yeah.
did we not have interaction with 23rd century weapons at another location where the Herc could possibly have been?
Nope.
No, I'm just making that up.
Well, you might be remembering it, but nothing to my knowledge.
Commander, wasn't there also an incident with Romulans shooting cloaked photon torpedoes?
Yes,
That has happened.
was-
Is that Devin?
they'd
Is
be-
that Sam talking, or is that Sam's character talking?
The Sam's
That
character.
was
driving.
Larkin, yeah,
Larkin.
It
Larkin.
was Larkin.
And
He's trying to redeem himself a little bit.
and that would account for this, considering those would be lower yield.
Because when the weapons were
They'd
too
have to-
high yield, Lieutenant, they would destroy themselves.
That's right. Especially
Lower
through the
the
cloak,
yield.
right?
Sorry, it was hard for me to follow all of that. What's
So Larkin suggested that maybe it was a cloaked ship.
right?
Yeah, and then when
in
they
the
fire the
atmosphere.
high yield weapons, they hurt themselves. But the lower the yield, the less likely they are to injure their own ship.
However, Gurkhan, I will remind that you guys have kind of established through time and radiation decay, this happened in the atmosphere.
In the atmosphere,
Yeah, so
Which you'd
a
still
cloaked
find a
ship-
wake of a ship.
Oh yes.
In the atmosphere of a gas giant, no less. Those are less friendly.
Soup, hot soup, hot smoky soup. Commander, we do have to investigate the crater a little bit closer.
I will bring it in as close as I can.
All right, give me
So-
another con roll, unless you want to land. We're running quick on time though, so I need a decision.
All right. Gorkon, would you require having landing? Would you need to put boots on ground?
Putting boots on the ground is the best option. I can
Right,
actually
I'll
pick up
land the thing
material
then.
from it.
Larkin's already putting on the EVA suit. Like,
And-
he's not even asking. He knows he's going.
There's like a brief cutscene to Zanny and Koselia in Seven Rear. Is that what you guys call it?
Rear.
Yeah. And they're sitting there and they're literally passing. They're betting on. Do you want to bet that they've landed on their boots on ground in it, aren't they? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Just a stack of latinum. Different. They've got quadrants for what they're betting on.
Gurkhan's totally gonna break this thing, isn't he? Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna double down on that one.
It'll work with 9,000% efficiency for about 3 minutes. We'll scoop the entire planet and be gone when it blows up.
Okay.
Create a new sun.
Before you guys land boots on ground, do you want to share information with Sofek at all?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll send everything back.
Sofek, do you want to share information back? What do you want to share?
Yeah, I'll let them know that it appears that each scoop is being attacked or damaged as it goes into the atmosphere, and it's simply that this one just got the most damage first.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's not working, but it's what was it? Gravimetric distortions.
Yep.
That's potentially causing this damage, and there's nothing that indicates that it's from faulty equipment or an internal issue. It appears to be an external force that's subjecting itself to the scoops as they go into the deep atmosphere.
Okay. Yezikov Gurkhan, what do you want to share with him?
There appears to be a massive crater and radiation on the outside of one of the scoops. We are investigating now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just send a full report back to him.
Yeah.
A picture. It's a selfie of me on the.
A hollow image.
Yeah, I mean, Gurkhan's learned how to make selfies after he took a vacation.
Yeah.
His
Is
vacation was on
Gurkhan getting
Earth.
into hollow imaging?
His wife does holo programs now for combat sports.
Of course she does. Oh yeah, she does. We established that, didn't she? She's the one that totally made Worf's combat program, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
absolutely.
also there's a disclaimer in Klingon only that it's recommended that you have all safeties off to experience the true feel of combat.
all the Federation people just do it awkwardly.
Just redacted.
Yeah. All right. So why don't we get Gurkhan? Sorry, not Gurkhan. Skwxwu. Seeing as you've got the shuttle, you got some information, and you've got the Bunker Hill, and now your ship, you could do some pretty cool deep dives, especially considering your ship has a detailed sensor array on it. If I remember correctly, you guys have the sensor package.
And what are the modular labs that are astrometric? I think.
Oh, they're astrometric, so not planetary. I'll give you like won't give it a full. I'll give you an extra momentum for it, like an extra dice.
Yeah, we don't have enhanced sensors. We just have a really high science score on the ship.
Fair enough. So we'll just say that the science is going to benefit you somehow. Can I please get a sensors science? I'll tell you right now, the difficulty is probably one of the hardest ones you've had so far. It's a 4.
All right. Hold on. I want to launch a probe.
Yep. So the probe,
whichever one is the one that we would launch into atmosphere.
yeah. So you launch the atmospheric probe.
Sure.
It doesn't even get. Excuse me. It doesn't even get very far until it's like this combination of magnetic fields, ionizing radiation, high temperatures, and the pressure. It just fails before it even reaches the operational layers of this thing. It's part of the terrifying part of this thing. So the only thing to do is do like a pinpoint deep dive of the sensors themselves, and you.
Danny just lost a bet to Patricia. Never launch probes.
Oh, Patricia looks right back at you. She's like, "I told you not to. I mean, I literally said don't bet against me. I did it."
He never does. It's stupid.
We don't use probes enough.
Yeah, last time we had a probe, our captain went back in time, lived an entire lifetime, came out and learned how to play flute. He was only down for like 30 seconds. I could relearn English.
That's really funny. No one ever suggests that. That's well done. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Okay, Skwxwu, give me that science roll, please. Sensors and science. You guys have four momentum still.
Reason science?
Sensors and yes, reason and science. Sorry, reason and science, sensor and science for the ship.
Okay, I'm going to buy 1 dice.
Yeah.
And the ship can assist.
And ship supports.
I'm going to use my technical expertise.
Yep.
To reroll the 0. So 4 successes total.
All right. So just as you need it. So you are able to, if you want, you could probably. So you let's see here. So you can you determine multiple power sources radiating anti-neutrinos scattered across the planet. They're within the different layers, so they're further down than you can go. You figure with maybe Gurkhan's help, you can modify a probe, or maybe even a shuttlecraft to get down there, accounting for the pressure and the radiation and.
Oh, goody! Aren't we already on a shuttlecraft? The rest of us.
You are.
Yay!
Well, you'd have to like land on the ship and then go.
Melt a bunch of metal to it.
In the maw, you guys see the let's see here. In the maw, you guys can you can catch you can see the there's automated repair drones, and they literally look like kind of like a weird sort of like a metallic goop that seems to just kind of like coat the layer and do it's almost like It's almost like a yeah.
Like the mercury-looking stuff?
That mercury-looking stuff, but it's like a cobalt black instead. And it's got like that kind of coats. You don't want to get too close. And it's kind of like, as you get closer with your shuttle, you're like, I think this is probably going to be more trouble than good. And there's not much more to learn from this part of it.
But we have to go into the planet, is what I'm hearing.
We have to go back to the ship.
We have to go back to the ship to go into the planet.
I don't know what you're talking. What are you talking about? Okay.
I mean, you did say probes would work.
Yeah, my preference.
I did say probes would work.
2 or 3 probes.
We don't
and
do
weld them
probes
together. We tend to take our shuttles and
here.
turn them into probes. Remote control shuttles. Remember that?
Well, if a probe can gather that much information, a shuttle can gather that much more information
Exactly.
at the risk of human lives.
I mean, you've already established that in many games before, so why stop now? And with that, we're going to take our break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes for part 2 of drawing deeply from the well. I can't believe we're on season 2. This is really exciting. So yeah, we'll be back very quickly. See you very shortly. right. Welcome back to Star Trek Lost Voyages. I am the GM Tim, and I am your GM for this game. And with us is Lieutenant Skwxwu, Commander Yezikov, Lieutenant Commander Gurkhan, and Captain Zanny, currently Lieutenant
Richard Larkin.
Larkin, that's right. The fourth. Attached to that, Richard Larkin, by the way, is that the... Okay, just, yeah, but I got it. I got you.
He's not proud of that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Does he like, no, not related, but really he's related? Yeah, okay.
I'm not an idiot.
Famous Star Trek last words. Okay. So the scene comes back, and you guys are about to enter the upper levels of the atmosphere of this gas giant. The size of this thing is like quite literally astronomical. Like it's twice the size of Jupiter.
I get it.
Thank you. It's a huge planet. Like it should be a sun. It's that big, and just something just didn't work, and it just didn't. So from the ship, can we get our captain's supplemental?
Captain's log, supplemental. Investigation into the most recent attack on the Big Dipper has revealed that there is something in the dilithium layers of the planet's atmosphere. Scans that have been able to penetrate the interference have shown no life forms, only structures and technology. The only way to put to rest what is going on is to send a modified shuttlecraft down into the depths of the deep and investigate this mystery.
Dun dun dun. And then it sideswipes to Gurkhan's face. Gurkhan leading the away team of 2 lieutenants and an ensign, if I remember correctly.
Chief.
Chief.
Lieutenant.
Not even Sarah's not even a chief. So you're playing Sarah. What's Sarah's last name? Do we ever come with Sarah's last name? Or is it just Chief Sarah?
Yeah. Sure.
I
don't.
She's
I
like
think
Cher.
I came up with something really, really fast the first time, and I didn't really like it, but I haven't thought about it in a while. But yeah, she's just humming.
Just Chief, yeah. Do you want to describe Chief for us?
Yeah, she's like, she's short, round, curvy woman. With big, like curly, like Ensign Tilly hair, with a side shave.
Yes.
So,
I am in love with this person.
She has like it's dark hair. She's got darker features. But yeah, she's just like kind of like Tilly, but like got that side shave and
she sounds
little nook in
magical.
the eyebrow. Yeah, she's just happy.
I love it.
Definitely the coolest person on the ship.
Can I get a control and con as you start to enter? The modified shields that Gurkhan and Skwxwu managed to put onto the shuttle during the commercial break snap on 2,000 kilometers above the visible cloud tops. And the high altitude winds automatically begin to sort of buffet the shuttle around. So let's get that control. Let's get that roll.
It's really just a bunch of deuterium just bolted to the outside of the shuttle.
So that's 2 successes.
Gurkhan was just out there with a rivet gun.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Serenity where they're just like, we needed to bolt a bunch of shit on the outside of this.
Grab that baby that's having a dirt nap with baby Jesus.
Yeah.
So your shuttle, you managed to hold it on course. You can feel the wind shearing, and I think maybe for the first time, Sarah might be feeling a little bit like, okay, but not letting it show. Oh, what'd that look like for Sarah?
Just instead of like it's a...
Alright, so the smile's gone. She's more focused. Yeah.
She hasn't blinked in 3 minutes.
I can't wait for Sarah's backstory.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
Oh
no!
We're not getting a backstory now.
She was friends with Walsh.
She was friends with Walsh. I remember you guys did have this.
Larkin turns to Gurkhan and just goes, "Can you put like a 5-inch titanium block in front of her window at all times?"
That's
Rerouting
awesome.
extra power to the forward shields.
All right, so the sky turns a burnt orange as you guys enter the clouds. They strobe between black and brown. There's thunderheads of volcanic ash strobing with 1,000-kilometer-long lightning bolts. The density is almost as thick as water, and your shuttle sort of streaks through the clouds. The winds are just buffeting. Even with Sarah's brilliant piloting, you guys are still all feeling that like it's doing that constant camera shimmy where you're like, do they really need to do this? We know it's bad. Everything goes almost like pitch black for a moment as the lights take a moment to kind of catch up. I always imagine that shuttle lights are kind of like a mix between like always on, always off, or like your phone, that delay auto dim of trying to catch up to the light too much. Yeah.
Larkin's just fog lights initiated.
So you give me one more control in con as you are about to enter through another layer.
Do we have any momentum?
You have 3.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna buy one just in case.
Okay.
Aha! 2 successes.
Nice.
And a critical failure.
Oh, is it a critical failure? Whoops.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Let's.
a pink 0.
All right. So I'm gonna blow cool as a cucumber. And re-roll that. Oh
All
wait,
right.
I've got cautious con. Sorry, I'm not going to
You're gonna hold on
blow
cool
that
as a cucumber?
determination.
Okay.
Because I have cautious con,
What
and
does
that
that
means
do?
I get to re-roll the
You
one
can-
that I bought.
Nice.
You get to reroll, yeah.
Okay, so we'll assume for this one's sake that that's the one that you bought. So new rule then going forward.
How do we do that online?
Actually, no. So cautious just lets you, if you buy one, you can re-roll any one.
Perfect.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay.
Even better. Yeah, great. Okay, good. So that's
So I re-rolled, and that's a
you re-rolled,
success.
and
So
that's
I've
a
got
success.
3
3.
successes now.
all right. So that's actually what you needed. So nice.
Tight.
Yeah, we're not paced.
You're well, yeah, yeah, right. So
It's okay. I got you guys.
so there's
Always
one
wanted
main
to die
character on board.
crossed
Can
like a
happen.
tin can.
Gurkhan's eyebrow just peaks.
There's only one
Don't
main
worry,
character
big
on
guy.
board. It's happened before.
Larkin's happy to die in the service of the Federation.
So you guys burst.
Larkin can keep his dreams and aspirations to himself.
Says Sofek from the other side of the shuttle. So you burst through. You burst through a transparent layer, and it's calm winds of only a few hundred kilometers per hour instead of a couple thousand. And the pressure is greater than is found at the bottom of Earth's oceans. And a couple sparks fly in the back. Can I get a quick con and engineering from Gurkhan, please?
Control and engineering?
Control and engineering, yeah.
We're at over 1,000 atmospheres of pressure. How much can the ship hold? Well, it's a spaceship, so anywhere between 0 and 1.
We're in an aluminum can. What do you think you can do?
I think I broke Tim with my Futurama quote.
I love it and I hate you at the same time. We've got a
Did
lot
all
of
good
stream
back there?
crossing tonight, man. Yeah, all good back there? Thank you. Yeah, all
Larkin's actually killing himself laughing.
so you managed to Gurkhan, do you want to describe the damage you were able to keep from blowing? Like what just shocked?
There was a small console fire, so I just put it out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm saying that literally the wires overheated
Yeah.
due to the data and the shields.
As he
Was
says
it-
that, the camera kind of zooms in and the console has literally melted. Like there's nothing left of the. It was a plasma fire. He just didn't say that part of it.
Just
No,
one of those big plastic
blobs.
blobs.
We were pretty close to dying.
Yeah, you guys can smell that
Well.
like horrible burnt plastic smell. It's being-
Thanks,
Ah,
thanks, big
But-
guy.
Might have been a bit of a cross circuit with a dagger hidden in the wall for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Weird, strange.
And somehow Larkin has a schmore.
That looks good.
All right.
Did you get that?
You want one? Here,
Yeah.
get another one.
Thank you.
So as you
Plasma fires, just perfect marshmallows.
As you burst through, you can see the kind of clock Gurkhan's got going on his, like, how long the shields will hold clock. It activated almost instantly as soon as you hit that, kind of like just before you entered this layer, and it's now counting down from time of plot.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it one of those,
the fire
like,
took a chunk of that
Damn
clock
clock.
that's just ticking backwards?
Yeah, exactly.
We had time. We had like 6 hours, and that fire happened. Now we have 45 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like,
60 if it's a
people.
two-parter.
Jesus.
Minus the commercial breaks.
I both love and hate you all so much right now. I've missed you. All right. Okay, so here's the problem that you're having. Is as you get, like, you kind of, like, for the moment, like, everything is A-okay. Or as Sarah would say, 5 by 5. And you can kind of, like, stop focusing on surviving and start taking a look around. And as you look, you realize that the kind of, like, the sky, if you will, is like that upper layer that you just burst through is like this dull red and black. The slightly brighter red but transparent air, and then the ground is like a roiling, churning moray of cherry red clouds.
Lieutenant Commander, you should really take a selfie with this place.
And as you say that, Larkin, something drifts down in front of you, past the window of the ship.
Neato.
Do you want to make a reason in science after saying that, or do you want to just say neato?
No, I will make a reason in science.
Sofek, would you like to make one too?
Yes. Well, it is indeed neato. I don't believe I'm going to put that on my report.
Neato. Is it a body? It's better not be a body.
Wow, did you both get 3? So you both got 1 and a critical, or did Larkin only get 2?
I guess actually no. I only got 2. I don't think I have any focuses. I would.
Yeah, no botany focuses,
That's
right?
fair. No,
Yeah.
let's
Okay,
do
so
2.
2. All right, that's great. That's actually
So
what
it's
you
a
both
plant.
did. That's fine. Yeah. Well, yeah. So Larkin, you're able to figure out that what you're seeing is similar to ocean life in many worlds. Basically, there are small quote-unquote plants sort of gathering falling dust from the layers above and converting them through chemical reactions into usable compounds.
I'm like up over the console where Sarah's looking out like this.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, plankton? Space plankton? That's kind of weird.
Just let me turn off these buttons here. There. Okay.
The ship kind of does like a brief.
Yeah, we'll just stop. Yeah.
There are other windows, you know.
Sofek, they have like a. You even see like smaller organisms occupying kind of like every ecological niche you could imagine in an ocean. There's even crystalline coral-like creatures that seem to exist off converting the incredible temperatures off the ground clouds into energy. They're silicon and arsenic based with trace amounts of dilithium.
Lieutenant Commander, I'd like to request permission to take a sample of these things. I don't think we've ever gotten them from inside a gas giant before.
Gurkhan's looking out the window, and I did say this place was inhabited, didn't I?
Is that a yes?
As long as you can prevent that creature, which I suspect from exploding while it's in the vessel.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I do have... Okay.
So as you start to get your sample, Gurkhan, you finish saying that I did say there was life here, and you turn around and look at everyone and like, I did say that, right? And just as you do that, a fish sort of
Behind me,
swims
almost,
by. Yeah. You can see
Everyone else just goes.
There's like sensory organs. There's nerve fibers. There's a brain of some sort. It kind of looks like one of those, like you can see through it.
Oh, one of those deep water clear fish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Did you want to get that one too?
He turns around. And
it's
obviously gone.
Yeah.
He looks to the left as the fish is swimming away to the right.
I think that's a little big for our shuttle, Chief.
Yeah, it's definitely a little big.
It was like a big fish. Okay, I thought it was like a little
Also-
Like a
goldfish or
whale?
something. Yeah,
I feel compelled to point out that logic dictates if there is an ecosystem down here, there's something that eats that.
Scan everything, Lieutenant.
Hey,
and
good
then
point,
let's leave.
Sofek.
Can I get I want a reason and engineering, please, from Larkin as he attempts to teleport or how are you getting a sample of? It won't be able. You can't use the teleport because you've got your shields up.
I'm glad you asked. So, what I'm going to do is I do have a focus on force fields and shields. So what I actually want to do is create. I'm going to launch a canister out the back of our shuttle, and basically let it, because the shields phase, right? Like they have those.
Sure.
So it's going to launch out, so it can go out through the shields just temporarily, right? And I'm going to try and rig it so that it can just collect a sample of this stuff, and then I'm going to extend the shields back around it so I can transport it into a secure facility.
So while I enjoy the idea of you screwing with the shields and making everything really difficult for everybody on board, how about I just kind of I like your idea, and I'll just make it a little bit easier for you and say that you find a sample within the shield sphere that was trapped when you put the shields up down here.
Fine.
I mean,
I'll
again,
transport
I don't hate it as the game master, but also there's a part of me that's like, I don't want to kill half the bridge crew on our first season back. Star Trek Lost Voyages, it just got deadly. It's not a great first episode.
And I already gave Tim enough ammo with the potential predator.
I have 2 determination and 3 momentum. I can totally pull this off.
Gurkhan leans back.
You don't have determination. Larkin doesn't have any determination. Side characters
Doesn't he have Zannies?
Gurkhan
we don't
leans
share.
back over Sofek and he goes, admirable plan. Something I would probably do. A little bit insane. I don't have the monopoly on that anymore.
I would feel more comfortable if I was on a different shuttle.
Give me your reason and engineering, please, Larkin. See how well you do on this. And as you roll that, Sarah and Gurkhan, because you are looking out the window, you notice that telltale sparkle of your shields that something just hit you. And beep, 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 comes on the dashboard of your shuttle. Beep, 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 beep. And as you look down, you are being targeted by a radar beam.
I just put it in evasive maneuvers. We're getting targeted, sir.
Yeah, so I wanna point out radar is like old tech even for our world, us players. So this is some pretty low grade, but it is the beam has connected. So how about I get a reason and con from you, Larkin? You do indeed. I saw that critical. You do indeed have your sample.
And I'm asking Sofek to give us a direction where that radar is coming from.
Lieutenant Commander, couldn't you just scramble the shields? Isn't that like pre-warp technology?
Well, our shields are under a lot of stress right now. Don't want to push them any farther.
Yeah, I mean, a momentary 1 millisecond of the shields going down, and we're all crushed.
So how did we do with the con roll?
Sorry, was that me?
Yeah,
that you were asking?
Yeah,
you're on con.
And you were asking for a con and
reason and con. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Because you can lock on the source and and plot a course.
Nice. 3.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you an extra 1 momentum back would you like to use it for something now or put it into the pool? The scene is staying, so you're not going to lose it.
Yeah, I guess, like, where is this coming from, or is that what the roll was for?
All right, so the role was to be able to like track and avoid, like so you're not being targeted. You can avoid target and track it back.
Okay.
And I want Skwxwu to keep a sensor lock on whatever is firing that.
Okay. So for my momentum, can I use it to determine like how fucked our shields are, or like?
Yeah, your shields are holding okay. You see three craft heading towards you.
Okay.
Skwxwu, you track the thing back as commanded. If you want to use a momentum, or you can use a momentum to get the information, or you can roll. What would you like to do?
What's the roll gonna be?
The roll is going to be a reason and con as well, because you are using your systems back towards where they came from.
Yeah, I'll do the roll.
Okay. Reason and con, please.
I guess I wouldn't have any. What would be any focuses that would be used with this?
Anything to do with piloting. I would let you use sensors if you want to use your sensors focus, because you are kind of using sensors to do this.
All right, good enough for me. You said yes, no take backsies.
Oh, good thing I said yes. I see that 19. All right, so it is enough. Skwxwu, you're able to see so the source of the laser is a floating crystalline city, just kind of tucked behind one of the cloud formations. The city itself seems to be buoyed with iridescent bags and a long range of sensors. Your long-range sensors pick up numerous large animals and metallic craft circling it.
It's like a city in the clouds, a cloud city.
Oh my god. Sarah and Gurkhan, these three of those craft are coming towards you, and you realize they're not actually craft. They are actually creatures themselves. So they are big enough that they could eat the shuttle.
Big fishies.
They look like giant, you know, the what are those, baleen whales, the ones with the strands?
Blue whales?
Yeah, but they've got like
whales,
the huge
humpbacks.
maws, right?
Humpback,
Like
yeah.
just the really, but no baleen. Like it's just this big maw, and you can see right into like the rib cage, and you can just see right in.
So kind of more like a whale shark.
Yeah, kind of like like a whale shark.
Invasive maneuvers, sir?
They all have
Maintain distance and
they all
keep
have-
away.
They all have a main central eye, and they're continuing to paint the shuttle with low-powered laser.
They might be completely organic, Sarah, but keep them away from us. We don't want to engage any new civilization in a firefight right now.
So,
You got it, big guy.
Sarah, what kind of flying are you doing? Are you doing, tell me your vibe you're trying to portray with your flying then, if you're not trying to be intimidating.
Like a nope.
Okay,
Nope.
like the flying
Back it up.
visibility of like, whoa, sorry, de-escalation.
Yeah, we're just gonna back it up slowly, just like
If we had
Yes, you
put
fly-
it in reverse.
you
if we
fly
had hollow
casual.
projectors, we'd put two hands up in front of us.
Yeah.
Larkin, give me a daring in science, please.
Daring in science? I
Yeah.
can do that.
Because you seem to have been made the resident biologist.
I'm also gonna see if
Great.
Skwxwu can figure out if they're communicating.
Oh, sorry. That should be 2.
Yeah. Skwxwu, looks like they're painting us or something with those lasers. Maybe they're doing something.
There could be some form of laser-guided targeting for the radar that is attacking our shields.
Daring in
They are
science,
firing
please,
the
Skwxwu.
Do you think maybe they're talking to us?
Just like on Earth, we have dolphins and whales that use sonar.
Only
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
I'll see. There's
mine's-
Oh, yes.
mine's should be 2.
Yeah, both of you. I don't think there'd be a focus for either one of you. But 2 is enough for both of you to figure out. Larkin, You are noticing that their fins are splayed wide. They've got iridescent crystalline tissues between the fins, flashing different colors. You figure it's kind of like a fear and warning symbol, like an animal, kind of like back off. Yeah, exactly. Dog's ears up. Cat hair is back. Less of peacocks flaring their tail as like a mating, right?
It's not more like the
lizards that flare. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the dinosaur that ate human.
Yeah, well,
the dinosaur that ate human, exactly.
Cool.
Dilophosaurus.
Well, there is actual lizards that do that, right? They flay out.
There's the little dragon
geckos.
And Skwxwu, your roll tells you that your assumption about painting the target is exactly right, and it is just as much of a warning as it is a potential attack.
You said that they're like flashing light type things as the warning?
That's what it seems to be, yeah.
I would like to analyze it for a pattern.
There is a pattern.
And see if maybe there's a way we could use our flashing lights to communicate that.
That would be a reason and science. Or, no, actually it would be a daring and science, because you're doing something very unusual. That's a daring and science, yeah.
And I don't have a focus in... Oh, I do have a focus in linguistics, but cool. I don't know if that would count here.
Do you know what? It's a... Yeah, sure, let's let it... I'll allow it.
Oh, cool. And I would like to spend a momentum to roll. Yeah. Let's do this.
What?
I get one every game. This is the one.
What? Shut
4.
up. Okay.
And I rolled a natural 1 for the crit. So, yay!
All right, so this is going to be... You could do this. Gurkhan, I need, please, a control in engineering to make it happen. Skwxwu, an insight
Control
in
or
science. No, control. Control and engineering. And Skwxwu, an insight in science to see if you can tie in the universal translator. And Sarah, I need a reason, an insight and a daring and con to try and fly your ship in a way that would make it seem like it's one of these things.
Okay. Went from like a medium stat to a terrible stat to my best stat.
Oh, great.
Like, yes.
That explains the facial features, the facial expression.
Would shipboard engineering focus this?
No. You're doing something very unusual at this point, so.
All right, I'm going to add a momentum.
Okay. So you had 3 momentum. Larkin gave you 1 more, so that's 4. Mm-hmm. Back down to 3. Sarah using 1 as well.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a determination.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh wait, no, I'm a side character. I can't use my determination.
True, but we kind of like forced everyone in. We should reevaluate that. But
yeah, let's
for now, go for it. For now, go for it.
Make it all consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, I'll use a momentum then if I don't have determination.
No, use your determination.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use Into the Great Unknown.
Okay.
To buy a critical. And then
I'm going to use determination.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm going to use the prime directive because this is first contact.
That's the first time that has ever happened. Please note that down.
Full applause.
That we use the prime directive? Yeah.
Yeah, ever.
For a first contact, nonetheless, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got 4.
So, wow, 4. Sarah, how'd you do?
2 successes.
Okay.
From the critical.
Okay.
Because I've got 2 successes.
But no threats, so that's good.
No threats, yeah.
Gurkhan, how'd you do?
3 successes.
3, and Larkin got the 4, right?
Got 4. Yep.
All right. Gee whiz. So you all performed this little team has just performed better than I think any grouping in all the seasons we were playing Star Trek. Y'all nailed it.
We actually Starfleeted it.
You Starfleeted the
first
crap
time
out of
ever.
this. Yeah.
Well, that's because
Star Trek.
we don't have Yezikov drawing fire to our direction, and we don't have the captain ignoring memos.
Khan actually utilized the team, spread them out.
All right. So, in
He
the
went
computer,
to a conference. That's where he learned it.
so you hear a whole bunch of, you know what? I think that it would even sound like whale noises. So a whole bunch of whale noises come through. Yeah, but it would be totally destroyed and kind of like crystalline, almost like a crystalline background. You know what? It's just really good crystal
like
magic.
Can't do that
whale
sound
noises
effect,
was
man.
done by-
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Like if
okay.
whale noises.
Well, I mean, it's probably vibrations through the gas clouds, and it's getting messed up by our shields because it's not hitting a solid surface.
Yeah, if
Yep.
whale music was dubstep, like that's.
Whale music by Skrillex.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've programmed flashing lights, so that's
Yeah.
basically what is happening.
So, space rave. So, the computer translates for you after a few minutes, and you can tell that everything is delayed. So there's that noise, and the LADAR doesn't stop. And you get, we are the free. The old gods are no longer worshipped here. We are free. We will fight you even if our souls are consumed. Leave us as you left us before.
Whoa.
And you get that coming from multiple different voices. So it's like they're all kind of like yelling at you at once. Well, both like kind of maintaining target lock and following you. And since you're making that like, whoa, you're not making aggressive. You're not aiming for the city. You're not aiming for them. You're kind of like Sarah's pulling a good hands up de-escalation flight path.
Can we send a message back yet, people?
You can try.
I think I might have figured it out, but
Can
who
we send a
knows?
message back saying we are not the old, we are new and unknown, you are unknown to us?
You can do a sentence at a time.
I
we
can
are
try
not-
and translate that.
We are not the old, we are the new. Ha! Don't add the laugh.
Okay. So what do you put in then, Sam? Or Larkin?
We are not the old, we are new.
Okay.
See if I can translate that.
So
You started this, Tim.
so you get the noises coming back. Sofek, you're able to analyze that there is a range of irritation to disbelief to confusion. Their response, like the way the patterns go. And the reason I'm giving it to Sofek is because Larkin is translating, Sarah is flying, Gurkhan is commanding. So I'm kind of trying to mix it so you all have something to make sure you share to each other. Sofek, you the one starts speaking, and it seems to be kind of like the biggest and sort of like the most focused on you. It introduces itself as third shackle breaker of the descendants of the brave. And it says, the old gods came in Metalcraft too. What makes you different? So Larkin, you know what it just said.
Yeah, I'll tell them that basically. Like, they don't believe us. Apparently, the old things came in metal stuff. They wonder what makes us different.
We have broken chains as well.
I would advise responding to that. We are also free.
And we have broken chains as well.
We are okay. I type in we are free and have broken chains also.
So the response back is almost like that borderline angry, borderline irritated, like not quite, but that almost like And the response back is, they sent the Eater of Souls to devour us when we said we would no longer serve them. They left the Eater of Souls, and they left, and the Eater of Souls left. Now the Eater of Souls returns, and so does the tiny creatures in the metal craft. Do not deceive us.
I'm just going to take that whole block of text, put it up in text, and just fire it onto the screen for them to read. Be like, I'm pretty sure that us activating the hurt thing really pissed them off.
It would appear so.
Okay, they're also pre-warp. These people, I'm assuming, these alien creatures. So let's respond with goodbye, and then Sarah, get us the hell out of here.
You got it, sir.
We're not going to be able to use this big giant ship for a while because we're actually interfering with the civilization.
Well, so hold on. So before you just take off, Tim is gonna like yes, Gurkhan, you're partly right, but the interference has already happened. So now the problem isn't just stopping and leaving. You've got to mitigate the problem here.
Yeah.
And then you can leave. So because Tim is like a hardcore D-bag,
I'm gonna ask Richard to be. If we can defeat the Destroyer of Souls, will you accept that we are not the evil?
Oh.
Larkin just goes, just sort of like, oh, okay, just let's see if we can make that happen. That's a hard one. And he starts typing away that line.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks, Sarah.
Do we have any form of communication back to the ship?
Not at the moment.
Of course we don't.
No, ship's not responding.
Thanks.
Okay, so if we defeat the Destroyer of Souls, friends? ?
What do you think the Destroyer of Souls is, big guy?
I think it's the ship that's outside eating the atmosphere. You know, the atmosphere that they live in.
Yeah.
Basically, they've been strip mining their home.
Yep.
So as you respond, give me a presence and command, Gurkhan.
Yes, the two worst stats I got. Let's go ahead and burn a momentum on. You know what? I'm going to burn a determination on that.
Okay. Which
a crazy plan is better than no plan.
Ah, nice.
And I'm going to roll a d6 to see if my veteran works. It does.
Yeah.
Gurkhan. So it's 2 successes plus. What's the numbers? 3 total successes.
3 total successes. So at 3 successes, they stay talking. They seem to be a little less angered and a little less distrusting. Not like I trust you now, but more like they're less irritated.
They may not eat you.
So through the next sort of few minutes, you realize that they've had reports from cities that the Eater of Souls was descending from the heavens and scouring the sky of life. Millions of the free flee from the Eater of Souls, but we've learned the secrets of the heavens and fight back now. We will destroy the Eater of Souls and any old gods that come to defend it. We don't need you to destroy it. We need you. What do they need?
First start of a negotiation. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, it's more like they still don't totally trust you, right? So it's like yeah. So it's they're trying to figure out who the old gods are. So if you're not the old gods, who are you? That's what they want to know.
I'm wondering if through my communication that we've understood like their naming nomenclature. Like they obviously named something the old gods. We're something new. Through talking, have I understood have I been able to figure out like how they name things? Kind of like how we name a dog, like, and there's a cat.
I mean, why don't you give it a shot?
Please. daring in science?
Absolutely,
Reason?
daring in science. Or reason in science would work too in this case, because you're reasoning it. Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay. And I do have linguistics, so here goes nothing.
Did you build this character, like, on purpose for this adventure? Did I just, like,
No.
luck out with the...
You just, like, hard rolled into, like, random things that... This is a very random character, too.
Good heavens. Gurkhan, you've got five tasks left before your shields have to, like, before you have to leave.
So I get 2.
Sorry, 4 tasks left. That was one of them. Okay. So yes, you think that you could probably try and figure that out. How do you want to word it? Do you think? Can you think of anything?
Sorry, what do you mean? Like, how do I want to word it?
Well, you were asking about nomenclature,
yeah.
right? So
yeah,
yes, you figured it out.
Right. So I want to basically say back to them is like, what you call old gods Herc, we are not. We are Starfleet, different.
Okay.
Like different animal, basically. That's kind of the way I want to word it back to him.
All right, I dig it. So, Gurkhan, what would you like to do?
I want to add to that message that we have defeated the Herc before. We can help you do it again.
Do you say the
My
Herc
people-
or do you say the old gods?
We'll say the old gods.
Okay.
I was gonna say the Herc because
I'll change it to old gods. I get it. Oh my god, no, I got you.
Sarah and Skwxwu, anything you want to try and do? Any tasks you can think of that could assist?
This is a little above my pay grade.
I'm keeping Sarah looking for an exit vector.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the clock, and I'm putting in whatever, like, the fastest route out of here.
Okay.
To give them as much time as they can.
All right. So, Gurkhan, give me a presence and command as you do another diplomacy check. Sarah, give me a con and reason as you're kind of like watching for a way out. And Skwxwu, what are you doing?
I'm going to, along the same lines of trying to give us as much time as we can before we just like leave the bill and leave. I'm going to try and reroute the deflector to try and help shore up the shield bubble against the atmosphere's pressures.
Okay, cool. Give me a that's kind of cool, but kind of like give me a daring and engineering, please, for that one. Okay, Gurkhan, how'd you do?
I haven't rolled yet. I'm gonna burn 3 momentum.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
That'll leave 1 in the pool. Do you want it?
Yeah, that gives me 2 additional dice.
Yeah.
4 successes.
All right. So Gurkhan, you actually put 1 back in the pool. Sarah, how'd you do?
3 successes.
You put 1 back as well. So Sarah, you are golden. You're cool as a cucumber, baby. Golden as a corn.
Got the escape route locked in, sir.
I literally
Whenever you
have been
say
like,
the word, big guy.
I literally been looking for different food analogies that I can use to add to Sarah.
Sorry.
Wow.
Well,
So
it's a good thing I also used my last determination on that too, because I was like, these stats are crap. I was remove the variables for a crit.
Okay.
So I got 2 and 3 goose eggs, but no. God, that was a 19. That was almost bad.
All right. So, Skwxwu, as you kind of finish off, you realize that the fact that they haven't shot you yet means that you're doing kind of like the right things, right? Like, you're gonna get like kind of like a final word. Sarah, you're gonna have to go after this. Sofek, Sofek, you were doing courses, and
Sofek was doing the deflector to strengthen the shield.
Right, yeah. So Sofek, you could probably pull out another. So you could probably pull out enough juice to give you another sort of like round, like another couple seconds. But it would make Sarah's escape vector a little bit more difficult. Because you draw power from one to the other, right? So you could do it, but it's like staying down here for a little bit longer to go. Sofek, Gurkhan, currently you're feeling like you're at that like sort of mid-range space. You'd be doing pretty good. It's up to you whether you want to try to bring that sort of like that diplomacy up one more time. I can't believe you've been actually pulling this off. I'm like really impressed. I
kind of want to shoot one more message at them before we go, and be like, okay. We have been where you are. We can help. We'll be back.
Like the Terminator? Anyway.
No, do not add the Terminator.
You're calling it supposed to be APA. We have to cite our sources.
We'll be back like Gandalf.
All right, Sarah. You stay down for one more so that they can send that message. So I do want one more con and daring, please.
All right.
Sofek managed to give you a little bit more shields, but it's going to be a 3 to get out of here.
3 successes.
Okay. So you burst through that top layer of the sky, and
hang on, boys.
And then it's way bumpier than when you come up. A shock of lightning strikes the ship. Sarah, give me a con. This is not daring and control now. This is
roll and con.
It's what's the control and con? Yes, thank you, Gopal. Control and con.
3 successes.
All right, nice. I mean, you saved everyone from taking 5 damage, so that's good.
It's a little bumpy here.
And you guys burst through that atmosphere at like kind of like that weird sort of side angle of the ship is going sideways, and you kind of burst through, and it leaves that contrail of atmosphere as it pulls out towards you.
Space drifting.
Yeah, exactly.
The second we have communication.
Parking brake up. Sorry, that was terrible.
That's awesome. I love it. All right, you have communication like right off the bat.
Lieutenant Commander Gurkhan to Captain Zanny.
Zanny here.
We have found a civilization on this gas planet that is being harmed by this mining.
I immediately look over at the other captain and just go, "Pay up. Also, we should stop doing that thing."
So she looks at you and she just goes like ashen colored.
Yeah.
Like she's just mortified. Like absolutely, like almost physically ill, and you can feel like, so Zanny, you're Beta Z, right? Yeah. So you can't even turn this off. You just feel this like wash of guilt, just like pour off. Like she's absolutely devastated. She takes off her pips and her badge, hands it to you, and says, "I recuse myself of my position, and I await the brig for court-martial."
I hold her pips.
Like she's just,
and in my head, I was like
devastated.
That was a joke, but yeah, you didn't actually think this was happening. Not my first rodeo. I don't say any of that. All this goes through my mind. I just go, the brig won't be necessary, but if you wish to remand yourself to a quarters, we will provide you with one. And I like point at her random ensign. I'm like, all right, find her a room. We'll discuss this with Starfleet Command, because obviously she's just racked. I can't reason with her. So yeah. I'm not going to put her in the brig. She didn't know. That's unfair. So, like, you can go to your quarters. I got this.
Sandy just passed a test, everybody. Hey, guess what?
Come close to killing the planet myself. Just saying.
One.
Yeah, you need my pips or?
Oh my god. Yeah, Zakoph like puts her hand over her pips. You're not having mine. So you guys, first contact went well. The Free don't forgive the Federation. And over the course of the kind of like the negotiations that consume on the way, they request aid for repairing any damage. And which is going to be like one hell of a challenge because you guys have just kind of like literally smashed together a new shield device. What are you going to call your new shields?
The Skwxwu conundrum.
Because no one else can figure it out. It's like it's the only shuttle that can do it.
Yeah. It has something to do with all the extra metal in the bulkheads.
That somehow comes from somewhere else. They don't even know.
Someone goes to take off the batleth. They're like, "Don't touch that! What are you doing?"
It's
that's
structural.
connecting two of them.
It's like orc engineering. Like you have no idea how it works. It just works. Like orc engineering mixed with Eldar engineering.
The Federation
Starfleet
wants
Corps
a
of
joint
Engineers.
paper from both Gurkhan and Skwxwu, so they have to work together for the next few weeks writing up the paperwork for this device.
So they ask that you allow them to visit the Big Dipper to inspect it before it's deactivated and left in orbit as a reminder of their dark history.
The aliens?
Yeah. So they're able to kind of come up just for like brief short span of time, like the way you went down, right? Same concept. And they want to just see it. They want to witness this thing that you say was not a god, right? They want to understand.
Yeah, I mean...
Don't see why it would be a problem, sir. It's just technology.
Hey, peeps. We just had a really successful first contact. Well done.
Ooh, yeah.
Good first episode, people.
We were due for one.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. If Zanny and Yestikov were actually on the mission instead of Sarah,
It might have gone way different.
We would have ended up bombing them.
Hey, man.
We
I do
don't
my
know that.
best.
We don't
Remember
know
when
that.
we
don't know
punted the
that.
triple?
Trying to lead a bunch of people that never listen to me. So.
True. Very
That's
true.
yeah.
In
Hey,
terms of Team Tank, nothing beats Yasikov.
That's very true, yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. That was the good game, guys. Or people, pardon me. Good game. That was awesome. I loved it. I hope you had fun.
I definitely did. Thank you.
Hooray! And I'm just excited to be playing with you
When are
again.
we-
I missed you.
When are we back, Tim?
We are back in 2 weeks. I don't actually know the date. The 30th. It's the 30th, May 30th. We'll be back May 30th. Same time, same Star Trek time, same Star Trek channel, although it's a channel for everything. So you're watching us on Twitch, Norse Foundry. You can catch myself on Friday nights with actually Stefan and Gopal. I mean, let's be honest, this is Gurkhan. Playing Star Trek Online. And the second, third, and fourth Monday of the month is Fenrir Rising, which is a cyberpunk 2077 game, and it's fantastic. And the second, third, and fourth Wednesdays is Scream Sheet Missions, and Eric Frankhouse runs that on the Norse Foundry channel as well. You can catch me at the GM Tim on almost everything: Instagram, Twitter, even Twitch if you want. And I've got a Discord if you want to come join us. Then there's Norse Foundry. They've got a Discord. They've got a Twitch. Subscribe and you'll catch more of their awesome shows that are there. And they got dice. They got such cool dice. Oh my god! I can't wait till we can play again. And I'm gonna get I want to get sets of dice for us to play Star Trek on live again. We're gonna have to figure out how to do this live soon. 4 months. That's kind of what I'm at. 4 months.
Yeah.
Get your shots, everybody. Get
Yeah.
I shot yesterday.
I'm
I
getting
got
mine
mine.
Got mine
the day
this
after
week.
our next episode.
I know we only need. It'll only take 4 months for our second one. It's okay. We're Canadian. Don't worry about it.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Hey, it might be less.
happening.
Might be less than 4 months.
Might be less.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I was told 13 weeks.
I plan on signing up.
Ooh, that's 2.5 months. I'll take it. All right.
Signing up
I
for
still
all
13,
5.
14.
Yeah, signed up for everything. So that's it. That's it for the show. Thanks very much for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks with our next Star Trek adventure. You can catch old episodes on YouTube at the GM Tim, and go check them out because they're all really good. Anything else, gang?
No.
No?
No, we're
Thanks
good.
for watching.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Live
Yeah.
long and
So much
prosper,
fun.
everybody. See you in a couple weeks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.